KMIR Sports Desk. Here's Julie Buehler.
Well, our local high school football teams wrapped up their regular seasons last night, and with the new playoff rules adopted for this year, only 2 teams are guaranteed playoff bids, while the rest of our Valley teams have to wait until tomorrow morning to discover their postseason plans. But let's start with the team making history. The Rancho Mirage Rattlers, in only their 3rd year of varsity action, only 2 years removed from a 1-9 season, while they went unbeaten in league play and took home their first ever league title behind a dominating win over Desert Hot Springs last night. Ranked 2nd in their division going into that game, the Rattlers are a very talented squad and should make a deep playoff run. I will not be surprised at all if they're playing beyond Thanksgiving, and that's a distinction only offered to CIF title contenders. Meanwhile, in the DVL, the Blackhawks went undefeated in league play and head into Division 5 playoffs with a great shot at a CIF title as well. Benji Cordova and Justin Anderson continue to be the offensive leaders of this team. They combined for 6 scores last night against Cathedral City, and tomorrow morning we'll find out who their first-round opponent is. Now, those are the only 2 local teams confirmed in the playoffs. Under the new CIF rules, only league winners are guaranteed spots, but 3 other squads do have a really good shot at getting in the tournament in their respective divisions, but they won't know for sure until tomorrow morning after their season results are dropped into a mathematical equation that will spit out a division ranking. And as long as they're in the top 16, well, they're in. And from the start of the season, the Mighty Arab players told us it was their mission to change the culture of CV high school football, and a 7-3 record will do just that. But will it be enough to make the playoffs? Well, they beat Palm Desert for the first time in 17 years, won both their rivalry games against Indio and Desert Mirage, and finished 3rd in the league. They were last ranked 13th in the CIF coaches poll. And the defending DVL champs, Palm Springs, well, they were off this week and used that time to induct a new group of Hall of Famers into a new group of players in their Hall of Fame. The football team finished 2nd in the league, and last year that would have delivered, again, a playoff berth. But this year it only offers priority in Division 4. They're ranked 6th in the coaches poll in that division. So the idea that they'd fall out of the top 16 based on the computer ranking is tough to imagine. I'm sure they'll be playing in the postseason. Perhaps no team, though, is caught in the crosshairs of this new CIF rule quite like Shadow Hills. It was their first year in the DVL, and the Knights should be very proud of their 6-4 season and 3rd place finish in the league. And last year, that 3rd place finish, again, would have guaranteed a playoff spot. Not this year, though. They needed a convincing win over Xavier Prep to get off the bubble in Division 10 and into the playoffs, and they lost 42-23. And there's still a chance that they can get in. Again, 3rd place finishers get priority, so there is a chance they get in, but there's also a chance they do not get in. Now, some critics of this new rule claim it's too much like the college football quagmire, relying too heavily on a computer model, but it did pass with overwhelming support, and most coaches think it's a good idea. It's just going to take a little time to work out the kinks in the system. But speaking of college football, we have some major upsets today. We'll have your full highlights of those at 11.
We'll look forward to that later tonight. Thanks, Julie. Well, Gino is almost taking late night by a storm.
Really? Again?
Almost.
Again?
We'll show you what we're talking about next.